really good thing to start to practice with Poppy is brushing her out, but then also working on getting her to submit a little bit with you. So what I want her to do is come to me, have her sit right in front of me, and then I say, Poppy, lay down, and I just kind of show her what that looks like by pulling her 2 paws forward. Once she's sitting, then I pull her 2 paws forward and say, lay down. Good girl, Poppy. So Poppy's pretty relaxed, but all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wanna flip her to her side. So when I do that, all I do is essentially pull this paw over, or else I push her and I say, good girl, lay down. So all I wanna do is get her so that her back is facing me. So it's a little bit of a struggle at first because she's unsure, but that's okay. What I do to stay in control is I hang on to her elbow with this hand. So you can see how I just kind of am tucked, and then my elbow is placed right over her head just like this. If she was start to wiggle or try and get her hind end up, I would simply put my hand on her hip and say, no, it's okay, lay down, Poppy. So you hear how my voice is very soothing. I want her to just stay nice and relaxed while I brush her out. The reason why this is important is Poppy has to learn that she's at the bottom of your pack and that you can brush her out and touch her wherever, and that she can just lay here and her mouth doesn't have to be involved and she doesn't have to wiggle away, but that she can just lay here. And while I'm doing it, I say, good girl, Poppy. I put my hands on her toes in between her paw pads. I open up her mouth. I put my finger in her mouth. I put my fingers in her ears. I touch her eyes. I touch her armpits. I touch her legs. I touch her tail, her back paw pads, and see how she is? I'm not forcing her to do this, but the reason why it's so good is because Poppy is a natural pack instinct animal. She wants to know where she belongs in your pack, and that is obviously at the bottom of your pack. And that's okay, but she has to know those rules, and she has to learn that she can be brushed anywhere that you want to brush her, and she doesn't have to wiggle all over the place. So as she gets better at this, then I kind of coax her up. Poppy, good girl, up. Come here, baby, come here. So all I want to do is turn her around, get her to lay on the other side. Good girl, Poppy, good girl. It's a little bit easier when they're small, so you want to get her used to this. You can start by even doing this once a week. Is so good for her and will really help with her shedding too in the house. The more you brush, the less you vacuum. And I just want to show her that I can brush her wherever I want. Underneath her ears is a really good place to brush them because they get those bad little mats. Otherwise, check her collar, brush there. But you see how she's very submissive. This is what you want to see. But also, the submissive technique that I'm talking about it's going to be exactly just like the way that you brush her, except for I want her to just relax and I don't have the brush and I just kind of, I'm over her. See how I kind of lean over her and see how she's looking up at me like, what are you doing? And I'm just telling her, I'm the boss. Yeah, Poppy, it's okay. So if she was to be wiggly, I would just be holding her and I would say, good girl, Poppy, it's okay. Yeah, I'm the boss. And as she kind of submits to you, what you'll see is they actually turn their tummy kind of even towards you a little bit, and she'll actually take her little nose and turn it towards me and look at me. And that's her fully submitting. She's submitting right now, but as you work with her, you'll see that she kind of starts to be even more like, what do you want? What is it? Yeah, you're the boss. Yeah, I still love you. So it's so good for them to just know that they're safe with you, and when you practice these things, they start to learn a little bit of trusting you as a leader, and then also just knowing where they belong. It's so good for them. And so then when you do have to clip her nails or do something like that, she's already learned and she doesn't freak out or feel overstimulated by that. So I'm just literally touching each nail so that she's learning. Very good, Poppy. Oh, very good. No, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Very good. Oh, lay down. So I'm continuously saying the same thing over and over. I'm not even putting pressure on her. I'm literally just have my hand like here to basically tell her, I don't want you to sit up when I do this to you. I want you to just be nice and relaxed. Good girl, Poppy. Okay, all done. You did very good. So you see how just there, it only takes a few minutes and she's nice and calm and relaxed. It's so important that everybody in your family works on doing this with her, not just one person, but everybody, so that she really learns how to interact with each of you. Here's you cooing at her. Here's when you like what she's doing, and then the opposite. If Poppy was to be really naughty right now, and I wanted her to be in this lay down position, and she kept wiggling, I would say, "No, Poppy, you lay down." I put a little pressure on her. My voice completely changes. And just there, I've corrected her, and then I keep doing what I'm doing. I say, "Good girl," when she's doing what I love. When she does something naughty, I'll even clap my hands and be like, "No, Poppy." And see how she just looked at me? That's what you want to see from her. So the first instinct is to, if she jumps on you, if she's not coming to you, that you tell her no. But then it's the opposite of, she has to know when she's doing something right. And the only way she knows is when you tell her. She can't read your mind, unfortunately. Poppy, that's a good girl. All done. So Poppy does really good. She has a little ways to go yet. But honestly, I think if you keep up these little practices, that she will do really good for you.